Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. So I was going to carry on with Ant Queen 3D today, but the bug that I experienced last time hasn't been resolved yet. I did see it had a patch a couple of days ago, but it obviously hasn't quite got around to fixing the issue that reported to the devs, so in its place for the meantime, I thought we'd take a quick look at Surviving the Aftermath. So this is from Paradox, same developers as Surviving Mars, and it is a very early access game. It does say it's version 1.1.3.5.1141 to be precise, but this is an early access game of the sort. It's on the Epic Game Store. I don't know if they call it the same thing over there, but essentially, yeah, we're playing an early version of the game, and it will get progressively more developed, for lack of a better term, as time goes on. So as I said, it's from the developers of Surviving Mars, and this is a spiritual successor to Surviving Mars, but rather than trying to survive on Mars, we're surviving, as we can probably tell, in a post-apocalyptic landscape on Earth instead. Interesting, I hear you say. Interesting indeed. Yes, I would like the tutorial messages, please and thank you. So, let's set the game up then. Environment. There are only a few who remember the spark that started it all. A chain reaction of global catastrophes wiped out most of the planet's population and made people turn against each other. Those who are left must now survive the aftermath, ooh, name of the game, in this post-apocalyptic world. So do we want cities demolished but nature has prevailed, the world is desolate and unforgiving, or the planet is a barren wasteland? I guess we'll go straight down the middle, right? Do we want to keep it easy or do we want to go straight down the middle? It is our first time, maybe we'll just go easy. In the wake of the events resulting, extreme weather conditions and other calamities became a normal part of everyday life. Occasional catastrophes and contamination. Let's go in the middle there. Everyone has their... I'm really liking these pictures, by the way. I can't go back and show you the other ones again, but they're really nice. Everyone has their breaking point. Eventually, it is not just enough to survive the day. People need hope, and there finally is some. It has been a long road to get here, but that which was before can now be left in the past. So where do we start, this looks like? So we are outside a bunker which has collapsed. We have driven a car which is broken down, or we have just walked and got nothing. So we'll go with the bunker, I think. Survivors. The people around you are the thin red line which keeps the group alive. They are far from perfect, but everyone has made it this far. You can trust them with your life and they trust you with theirs. I guess we'll go down the middle again. Seven adults and 3 children. The challenge. These survivors will face challenges both large and small. Some caused by bandits, others because of their own actions. There are also other societies in the world that won't hesitate to strike back if you look at them the wrong way. Let's go with scattered bandit group, shall we? Life is unfair, but sometimes it feels like you are not alone. Whether it is an invisible guardian or just pure fate, but it sure feels like someone is watching over us. So challenging but worth the risk, tough road to walk but never unfair, or suffering or success. I don't really know. Is that like the AI, is it? Sort of the AI difficulty. We'll go with the middle one again. Visuals, what do we want here? I do kind of like that red flag, you know. I think I like the red. What have we got? We've got this like a possum, snake, a flame, the skull and crossbones. Oh, there is a platypus. I do like a platypus. I think we're definitely going to go platypus, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So we're up to 50% difficulty. Visuals, your group is ready to settle down and unite under a new flag in this colony named Hindustan. Perfect. Nope, not going to change that. Colony motto. Good luck. Have fun. Yep, not changing that either. Or I could. Should we see what else they've got, actually? For a better tomorrow. That's a bit more reasonable. Survive and thrive. Unity equals strength. Survive and thrive. Endure and overcome. Adapt and overcome. Endure and overcome. Rebuild and prosper. Cats won't go quietly into the night. Rather death than dishonor. And then good luck, have fun. Let's go with that one, shall we? Right. Let's actually start this game off then. And see what Surviving the Aftermath is like. I watched somebody play maybe 5 minutes or so of it. I didn't really watch too much at all. I didn't want to sort of ruin it for myself, really. I like to go into games as much as possible blind so that you can see what it's like for someone who's not played the game to play it. I appreciate that a lot of people like to play the game first and then they come into it and they show you what they've learned, but I think it's quite nice just having that learning experience as we go. It's a very vibrant land. I know we did pick the less apocalyptic options a couple of times. We've got some nuclear waste here, some metal, some berries. There's a lot of plant life around, isn't there? There's lots of wood around as well. Okay. These are our colonists. They do not have a house. This is our bunker, is it? That's our bunker. Don't know what any of that means. Okay. Basic controls. We are on the mouse and keyboard. I like you can play it with the controller still, though. That's how I got into Surviving Mars in the first place, so I could play it downstairs. So WASD and the right mouse button, that's fine. Colonists need homes. So let's build them homes, I guess. Well, let's look at the advanced controls while they're there. Rotation and zoom is with the middle mouse button. Yes, it is. Oh, build shelters. Your colonists need shelters to live in. All homeless colonists have an icon above their head. Open the build menu and build enough tents or emergency shelters. And you can rotate with the R key. So what's the difference here? Then a tent is 2 and 5. That's 5, 10, and 5. Ah, but that house is 2, and that house is... That's 3 times as much for not a bad amount of resources, actually. So let's go with the tent. I don't know where we're going to... We've got a, sort of a barricade over here, so I guess everything this side is ours, is it? I'm guessing. So maybe we'll just sort of put it... Just put it here for now. Just put it there. How many people do we have? 10 colonists, don't we? How many resources do we have? We've got quite a lot of resources, actually. So I think what I'll do is I'll build another emergency shelter. Just so we've got room to grow. We've got enough resources for it, so that's fine. There is a time. What is it to... What was it in Surviving Mars? I don't know. None of the number keys. Oh, no, there we go. We found it. 1, 2, and 3 to change the time. Let's watch this get built, shall we? Hear them hammering away down there. Don't know. Maybe we built that a bit too close to that nuclear waste. Actually, don't know if that's a problem. So the first emergency shelter is completed. 4 more are still homeless, though, so we need to wait for this to be done. It's just the progress of the day, is it? Yes. Assign work areas. Many buildings use work areas to determine which resources are scavenged. Stockpiles gather and store basic construction materials from small deposits around the colony. Try assigning one to scavenge nearby planks and concrete. First, select the highlighted stockpile and then select the change work area option from the building info. And then move it over. Okay. So if we say move work area, so it doesn't do this big pile of plastic, but it will do these little bits here. So if I can get all of those in, then they will scavenge from that, I'm assuming. There's not much else closer. That's a little closer, but that's about it really, isn't it, over that side? So I think that's fine. Build a water source. Your colonists need water to survive. Open the build menu, then from the water category, choose the water well. Note that the soil type affects the water production. Fertile gives the best. Wells cannot be built on barren soil or too close to another well. Stores water, generates water. So there's already a well over there, so we can't put it there. So I guess we'll put it behind it. Are we tucked into this here? I've got some better, as 100% efficiency over here, look, so we'll put it over here then. And we'll speed them up just a little bit and watch them run around like the little busy bees they are. Here they go building the well. So drop some resources, and then he's gone to collect some more resources, has he? Yes. That's kind of cool. They just scavenge it from the nearest thing rather than always going back to the central area then. What is that I can see up there? A wild boar. Wild animals that might occasionally attack the colonists. Oh. I would rather you didn't. If I was being perfectly honest. I didn't know there are animals, so there's something down there as well. What's that? A fierce mouse. That mouse is bloody massive. Look at the size of it. Literally the size of a child. Literally the size of a child. That is too much mouse for me to handle, I'll be honest with you. Oh, there we go. There's a little progress meter. So it's almost done. Construction completed. Area of effect. Some buildings, for example wells and fisheries, have effective areas around them in which they operate. Try to place them in the most favourable location to achieve the maximum production. The effectiveness is shown in the building info panel. Yes, we did that. That's fine. We sussed that out. So they're over there gathering materials now for us. So what is this? Fun box. Electronics, components, parts, fibre, metal, plastic, concrete and plank. We've got energy, water and food. We've got colonists. Oh, total. Oh, we've got 7 adults and 3 children. I wondered what was... Where are the children? Oh, there's a child. They do exist. Your colonists. The top bar shows your... We're literally just looking at that. Colonists. First are the carriers, vital for moving resources and constructing buildings. Be sure to always have a few at hand to keep up with the logistics, construction and repairs. The second is the total population. Okay. No workers, but 7 carriers. I wonder how we change that. I don't know what we are waiting for now. What have you just been doing, I wonder? Just walking. Just walking. Once you set up your stockpiles to collect planks and concrete, it's time to take advantage of those big plastic and metal deposits. Build a recycler near our plastic deposits. Its worker will start scavenging plastic and fibre. Scrapper works the same way with metal. Okay. Fibre and junk can be refined into clothing and parts. Research industrial mining to build extractors once above ground deposits have ran out. We don't have any science points, we can't research anything currently, so we'll ignore that, but we will. A scrapper and a recycler. So can we get this one in between both of these? We can. Oh, not quite, because of that silly rock. Oh, no, there we go. So what does it say? Anything? No. Let's pop that there. And metal deposits, we have one here. Let's build a no, not the recycler, the other one. A scrapper. Yes, I can only see this one over here, so I guess we will stick with that. Food production. Colonists need food to survive. Hungry colonists also work less efficiently. Those who cannot eat will slowly starve. Open the food menu. Select one of the various food producing buildings. Stable production of both meat and vegetables is advisable in the long term. Well, that makes sense, I suppose. So we have a trapper who produces meat, a fishing hut, which obviously gets fish, and a small field. Well, let's get a small field, shall we? Should we put it around, like down here a little bit? Or over on this side, I'm thinking, actually. Oh, no, I'm changing my mind again. Where am I going to put this? Maybe I'll just leave this sort of area open. Maybe we'll put it back here somewhere. And then we'll get a trapper as well. Trying to get him up to 100% efficiency somewhere he can actually be put down. Well, just there is 100% efficiency. Is that going to be a bit problematic in terms of the stuff that's around? Nah, let's put it there anyway, right? Let's put it there anyway. So we actually had a night. I sort of missed the night, to be honest. So let's speed time up so they can get... I don't know, because obviously it doesn't cost anything to build the field. So I don't know how you select a crop. Select harvest. Oh, there we go. Normal and low or slow and medium. I guess we will go normal and low. Okay. I'm waiting for this trapper to be finished. Do we have to... Well, they're still building this. Waiting for a builder. Are they still building that as well? They are. The scrapper is complete. So does it have... Oh. Right, so it has one worker assigned. We don't want to do any more than that. That's fine. That has one worker. This has just the one worker. So we need to leave some carriers. If we put a worker on this as well, it's only going to leave us 3 carriers, isn't it? So we need more people. I'm going to close the feedback thing. What's this? Clothes. Clothes, tools, and medicine. Storage types. A multitude of resources are stored in the different buildings based on their type. Stockpile is construction materials. Food storage is food. Warehouse is refined items. General storage is just large storage for refined items and food. And then nuclear waste storage, which stores hazardous nuclear waste from the environmental station. Okay. We don't have one of those yet, so I guess we won't worry about that. So they are actually working on the recycler now. That's fine. So the recycler is now going to recycle these 2 here. That'll be going for some time, I'm guessing. It's going to tell us how to change the game speed, but we've already finished that. Or figured that out, I should say. A small concrete ruin has been depleted over here. So what was in... Where was the... We did put something down. No, it's just the... That wasn't it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So another deposit has been depleted, but that is still fine. As long as they are collecting those resources, that's all that matters. What else can we build? Let's have a quick... We can do some roads. No construction costs either. Interesting. I wouldn't mind building a road. So I'm just trying to sort of join up all of our areas, really. There isn't much thought to this. Where's the... there it is. I'm watching you, boar. You be careful. I want to cancel it. How do I cancel it? I cannot cancel it. But we can remove roads, can't we? So maybe we'll do that in a second. There we go. What is this? Rabbit season. 3 colonists explain they've been working on a new kind of trap for hunting rabbits. Yeah, go. Why not? Oh, okay. The group returns very quickly, looking miserable and exhausted. The rabbits didn't fall for the traps, and rummaging through the polluted ground seem to have left a few of the colonists sick. 2 of them got radiation sickness. That's bad, isn't it? That's bad. Okay. Well, I mean, what can I do about that for the moment? Let's just let them build the roads, right? We should probably do a little bit of that just there. Kind of like the haphazard nature of the roads, to be honest. I mean, if you were actually in an irradiated wasteland, you'd probably end up with something quite similar to this, wouldn't you? Just sort of haphazardly placed wherever the best place for them is, and you would leave it at that. So what do we have here? Injuries and other conditions. One of your colonists is injured. Injuries and other conditions can be healed by a medic. Build a medic's tent and have its staff to treat this injury as soon as possible. And meds greatly increase the speed of recovery. So let's build a medic tent. Doesn't matter too much where this goes. Should we just put it here? Ah, you can put it on a path, look. So those arrows are on a path. Can I rotate? I can rotate it. Oh, I can't put it there because the well's there. Let's leave everything facing this way for now. Then it makes sense to have it close. Does it make sense to have it close to the tents? I don't know. That's where it's going. All right, that's happened now. A burial pit. We don't need to worry about that yet. Look, this is the storage and stockpiles, which we don't really need to worry about too much, I don't think. Does it tell us? Yeah, it doesn't look full, does it? Capacity 26%. We are fine. Food we've looked at. Water we've looked at. Resources we've looked at. We don't have a sawmill. We don't need to worry about that till the resource has been collected, I suppose, do we? A sawmill and a forester. Cuts down trees from a specified work area and saws them into planks. Grows saplings and plants them in a specific area. Interesting. I like that. We have a tool shop which turns metal, I think that is. I'm assuming it is, yes, which turns metal into tools, I'm guessing. We have a tailor which turns cloth or fibre, what is it classed as fibre, into clothes. We have a gate. The most iconic sight of every post-apocalyptic colony is its gate. And we have some decoration as well, okay. So we're just waiting for the sick person is quite helpfully actually building the medic centre, which has worked out quite nicely. Oh, that's food storage, okay. And this just stores a bunch of stuff as well, the bunker, which is a really useful thing to have, I guess. That's why you don't get it in any of the other difficulties. So we've completed our tent. Someone is now working in the tent, but we only have 2 carriers now. We have 5 workers and 2 carriers. We may have to say... I suppose you can't really take people off that, can you? So where are... We need them on the farm. We need them on the food, really, I think. Or is he being treated in there for irradiation, is he? Is that what's happening? Yes, the one person is in. Oh, there we go, yes. Colonist Isaac is being treated for irradiation. Which means we're down probably another worker then at the moment. So do we need to worry about metal right now? Maybe not. There's nothing much of them to do, I suppose. So maybe we'll just leave it as is for now. Same with the plastics. We don't really... Oh, and saying that we've got no plastics, so we do need to worry about plastic. Oh, no, that's the trapper. That's the plastics. No plastic and 2 fibres. Where's that plastic gone? Right, work harder, you. In fact, I might put another one in there for now. We can take it off in a moment. The well just works on its own. Does it tell me how... If I hover over the water... Yeah, we are consuming at 10. And we are producing 30, so we have got lots. That's fine. So I think really we're just waiting for Isaac to be healed, aren't we? It does just say idling though, which kind of gives the impression that... Let's put someone else in there. I'm not too worried about the fact that we are out of carriers. I just want... Now he's being treated. I wonder why that wasn't being treated before. Maybe the other worker, I should say, wasn't actually there. Alright then. So when Isaac... Let's speed it up, shall we? When Isaac's been treated, we should take off that worker and make another carrier. And we have some plastics as well now, which is good. We have 6 plastics, in fact. Right. Let's take them out because Isaac has been healed. So what now is... Oh, no, that's not the plastic. That's the plastics. I keep getting confused. So another deposit has been cleared. We'll just take a quick look with this. So it is covering absolutely nothing now. So we shall move the work area up here where there are 3 things. There are 3 things over there as well. Let's do that one first. The main concern here is that they have to run so far to actually do any of that. And there's only one of them at the moment as well, isn't there? What do we need to make our gate? That's the thing I'm most excited about. 20 wood, 15 concrete, 15 metals, and 5 plastic. We've got all of that. I might put our gate down, you know. Boom, let's put it down. Let's do it. We don't have... I just noticed there's an electricity thing there. I say notice, I've re-noticed. We don't have an electricity generating function in there, do we? What is all this as well? The menu, radio. I did like the radio in Surviving Mars. Let's try that one. Statistics. We survived 2 days so far. Specialists, we have none. The tech tree we cannot use. We have no science. What does that say? Earn science points on the world map. Oh, is that... We're going to open up the world map by having a gate, I wonder. We have berries as well. I don't know what we do with the berries. Move food. Storage work area to cover the berries. Oh. Oh, he says. Realization dawning. Okay. Can we get all 3 of those? Oh, yes we can. Let's put that there. We definitely don't have enough carriers to deal with all that though. So let's take that one off. Food, I don't think we can afford to get rid of the food really. I think we're going to need both of them. Food is definitely ticking down. I'm concerned that it will run out at some point. That's the bug reporter, isn't it? I wonder what that was up there for a second. Okay, let's speed everything up a little bit. Watch them scurry around and work. They haven't got very far with the roads, have they? Taking that, losing all those carriers to jobs has left us quite short-handed, hasn't it? In fact, we don't have any ill people, so let's get rid of the doctor as well until we need it. It serves no purpose, does it? Didn't think of that before. So we're waiting for the final few resources from the metal, which we've just got, so they're now going to build our gate for us. We are halfway there. 2 of them are working on it, beavering away. I'm going to slow it down so we can see it completing in its exquisite glory. I mean, there we go, it's done now. Beautiful, look at that. Lovely little barricade for us, okay. Don't know what we do with the gate, but we've got it. It's got capacity for something. No idea what, but it's there. Okay. A group of survivors arrived at the gate. Survivors are seeking shelter. You ever feel tired, like you can't keep fighting any longer and you'd rather just lay down and let this brutal world do to you as it pleases? Wow. Brutal. Is this us? I did pick the platypus. Or has she come with the group? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's us. I guess so. And I guess this is what we'd get: 2 adults. And some supplies, which is... Yeah, yes please. In you come. We have access to the world map now, whatever that is. Oh no, that's Platy. So we do have... That's a specialist then. A great Nordic adventurer claims to have been the Empress of Sweden before the apocalypse. So she has a number of skills which do things for us. Cool. What's this guy? Right. Nothing, I think. It just showed that he had a tool, I think. Okay, so you now have access to the world map. The world map is now open, and other survivors start arriving to your gate. Among them are specialists. Ah, the specialists can go on missions on the world map. So whilst we now have more of these, What are we low on? Nothing major, but I'm thinking... Let's make sure the food is fully stocked up. And we're lowest on plastics still, so I'll put another worker back on the plastics. Let's have a look at the world map then. What do we have here? Action points. Operating on the world map consume action points. Movement takes 1 per hex. Actions use all remaining APs. And after they're all spent, the specialist needs to rest for half a day to recover and refill their APs. The amount of APs depend on the specialist's exploration skill. What classes doesn't... I mean, it said like a hex, but I don't... Are these each hexes? The world map is divided into sectors which must be scouted one at a time. Push onwards on the map to reveal new locations and resources. Select a specialist, move the cursor over an unexplored sector and confirm this selection. Okay. I guess here? You go and scout that. So you found some wood with 0 danger, but you are now out of points. We'll have to wait for you to recharge. That's in. Could we have done something with that then? I think maybe we could have done. Scavenging. Specialists explore and exploit the locations around the colony. Start by scavenging the first location. We have messed that up. We shall do that when she is back on her feet, shall we? So that's a hex then. I see. We'll just wait for her to recharge herself. Let's pop back to the normal map. Wonder what this green bar is around. What's that? What is that? What does that signify? It doesn't seem to be the length of the day. So I wonder what that is. I wonder if the berries I'm sure that was on 4 and that was on 7 before. So I wonder if the berries regenerate as long as there's not too many people harvesting them then. That's doing good. We put another person in there, didn't we? Yeah, so plastics will be going up quite soon. Wood is a bit of a problem, actually. Wood is a bit of a problem. So maybe we'll take the plastics off and we'll hope that they go over here. There's no way I can see of sort of specifying what you should get. And maybe we'll need to start thinking about putting down some form of... Or maybe that's her action points regenerating. Maybe that's what that is. I'm going to be doing that a lot, pressing escape there. Now, I saw she had a little research thing next to her name, but she doesn't currently have any research points gathered. I'm assuming you scavenge those on the world map then. Yes, there's a little bit of wood coming in. We will need to think about building... It's just, I don't think we're going to do it right now, but let's have a quick look at the... Nope, where was it? Where was it? Sawmill. So I guess we just put this down somewhere, and then similar to the other ones, we then give it a work area. So we could put it down here, and give it a work area over here, which isn't too far. It also means we can access all that. I might do that, actually. What does it cost? 6 wood. We don't have 6 wood at the moment, but we will. I'm just looking, yeah, so it can go over the pass, so I don't want to... Yeah, let's put it there. So that green bar filled up, but she still doesn't have any AP points at the moment. Told you I'll be doing that a lot. So let's speed it all up a little bit then. What's this? No wood, so they were just waiting for them to gather a bit more wood. That's fine. They will get that soon enough, I'm sure. Specialist ready for action. So we'll send her to that first location like we were told. Oh, again. Returning to the colony. Specialists need to carry the scavenged resources back to the colony. Similar to Frostpunk, that is, isn't it? Do this by selecting a specialist and give them the order to move back to colony. When they are there, all resources are automatically dropped off at the gate. But I can't do that yet because she has no AP points. So we should just let time spin on. We've got a little bit more wood, so we've got enough materials for the sawmill, so that's now a filthy lie. 4 and 1 and 5. And this is still scavenging these areas over here. But at some point, like I say, we'll have to build a new stockpile and have it a bit closer to everything else. Our crops are looking good, aren't they? 22, 96%, 97% grown now. Lovely. So we just put this work area just like here. Let's cover all those trees that are nearby, and that person will go off and get us some wood. Lovely stuff. Which means I might say for this, if we say... No, because it won't stop them collecting it, will it? It just stops them being stored. Oh, hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Colonist Aria is injured. What did you do? What did you do? She's just having fun. She's just having some fun. So let's put a doctor back in there then. The specialist is ready for action, so let's move her back there. Did she? Did she? I guess so, because she's got no resources next to her. But she does there. Am I a bit confused here?
What do you want? What do you want?
Oh, she did. Right, hang on. Let's just pop back. Yes, okay, so she did drop that off. Right, I'm getting this now. Right. So she's going to scavenge some more of that. There is now one more there. Great. Wait for her to generate some more points. Hopefully Aria will go and heal up soon. She hasn't decided to go. Oh, there she goes. Lovely stuff. So she will be healed whenever the worker appears, I guess. In the meantime, we'll just let it tick over, I suppose, won't we? Still not being healed? In fact, Aria is in there. Why does it say 0 of 2? It must be a slight bug. Let's put 2 people in there in the hope that they actually, start treating them. Thank you. And then you're going to stop because you're both going to go to sleep, I guess. There we go. Let's take both of those people out again. So the sawmill can have 2 workers as well, if we needed them. Is it? I mean, we probably should just clear it up, shouldn't we? And then it's just gone. Then it's just gone. Good, good, good. And then we'll go down there and get some of that lovely wood from that old truck. Every time I'm going to hit escape, I tell you. Every damn time. Oh, we have 12 people. So yeah, we have the perfect number of tents for them, actually. What are you doing down there? Oh, you're a child. You're doing nothing. Continue to do nothing, you foolish child. So our food came in. We've got loads of food now, look. So one of the plank deposits up there was depleted, but that's fine. Oh, another one was depleted up there, which means... We're still a little bit. There must have been 4 things up there. Okay. Oh, he's cutting down trees. I just heard him fell one. As we've got so much food, I might take one of those off of the trapper. Oh, hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? Let's deal with the specialist first. Go down there. So similar to similar to Frostpunk, then it's going to be a question of how far do you send your specialist before they head back to the camp. That doesn't look like wood.
What do you want?
Oh, she's still got cloth on her. That's why. That's why. And what is this? In fact, that's very similar to Frostpunk as well, isn't it? A couple of colonists approach you requesting permission to open the gate. They've heard animal noises not too far away and would like to go hunting. Yep, why not? Hunters approached the gate with solemn looks on their faces. The herd was either long gone or never there to begin with. But they picked some berries. Oh, great. Thank you, people. So what is going on? I think we've kind of exhausted the tutorial now, I wonder. And this, I don't like the look of this at all. What's this doing here? Just a fissure in the earth. Not a fan of that. Ah, so they do deplete the berries then. We are depleting them slowly. In fact, that has now completely demolished all of those berries. So there are some more down here, aren't there? I don't think we can get 3. There's one there and there's some more up there. But let's do these ones a bit closer to the camp first. And you've still got a couple of deposits to chip away on yet. Okay. Oh, just saw a tree go down over there. So that one is now being depleted as well. I wonder why they went for the furthest one before they did the closer one. Interesting. There are also a couple of wood deposits down there. Our specialist is ready for action. Go back in there and get some more wood, please. Right, that's now been depleted, so we can get a scout in another area when she's every time when she's good to go again. So we have 4 carriers at the moment, loads of food, loads of water. Our usage has gone up a little bit. And this isn't looking too bad, is it? I suppose we will need to start refining some materials at some point soon. Oh, there's our flag up there. Look, I didn't see that before. That's cool. And other berries. Oh, those berries over there are already depleted, are they? No? Don't know what that means. It seems to be slightly confused. I'm assuming she is still not good to go. This is filling up quite nicely now, isn't it? Oh, well, we'll do that first then, yes. So we may as well get her scouting the next area, hadn't we? What do we have here? Some research. Yes, please. I'd love a little bit of research. So that is now doing nothing, so we need to retask this. It's just wood and wood, and there's a bit of concrete over there. Which is probably a little closer, isn't it? Ooh, a large concrete ruin. Let's get this little bit of concrete first. And the food has got rid of all those berries. We need to do something with that as well. So we'll get those 2. Sawmill's doing fine for wood. That's doing fine for plastics. This hasn't even touched the other one yet. He's doing okay for metals as well. Everything is doing all right. I'm assuming they move faster on the paths, right? Not really paid any attention, but I assume that is the case. Otherwise, what is the point of the paths, right? Right, speed everything up. Oh, does the trapper produce... It does just produce meat. I was wondering if it produced, like, hides as well, seeing as they are out there curing hides, but obviously not. There's plenty of stuff at the gate. Look at all this, look. Which makes you wonder... Well, that is the total amount of coats we have. Why isn't everyone wearing a coat? Is everyone wearing a coat? Maybe they are. So the specialist is ready for action, so let's send her down there. Now we have access to the tech tree. Unlock new technologies from the 5 branches of the tech tree. We have food. We have communal eating. The cookhouse and logging camp boost food production in the colony. Okay, we have production. Getting the power back on is a major step towards rebuilding civilization. So that gives us power, but we don't really have anything to do with power at the moment, do we, I suppose? Communal living, we get access to a couple more buildings. That's what I was looking for. Shanties give more space per colonist, but they're more costly. Both are safer than tents and emergency shelters. And you can get some more decoration as well. Security. We get general storage, which is just a storage thing, okay? And then exploration. Your colony is not the only one in the world. You can exchange stuff once you've built a trade center. I guess the first thing we really want to focus on is probably communal eating, right? You don't want to get power before you've got a cookhouse, surely. But we need a log-in camp first and then a cookhouse. So we're going to need to use at least 2 people. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's research it. Done. How much was the communal living? I might do communal living as well, actually. So we now have somewhere. We have a cookhouse, which uses corn and logs to produce palatable food, which means somewhere. So we have a sawmill that turns trees into planks. A logging camp turns trees into logs. Interesting that they're 2 different things, isn't it? Don't know if I want to squeeze that in there. I might move up so there's a little bit of space, actually. Let's do that. And once we have the login camp, we can, of course, get the... What we're doing, food. The cookhouse going. I might put the cookhouse down here. Or maybe even over here. Let's put it over here. And we'll lower the priority of that because we are not too bothered about that anytime soon. Is she? No, she is not ready to go yet. And we also, of course, had shelters. We got, what is this? There's 2 and 5. It doesn't really say. Like it said the shanty had more room than the tenement, but it doesn't really say what it needs, does it? Or what the difference is. Colonists are less likely to reproduce in cramped shelters. Ah, so it does say. Colonists are less likely to reproduce in cramped shelters. So I guess we'll do some shanties next. We do want to encourage reproduction, don't we? Maybe we'll just do some shanties like either side of the road here. But not anytime soon. So we have a logging camp. Somebody is working in the logging camp. I'm just going to make sure each place only has... Ooh! The first signs of a pandemic are upon us. At first it's a cough, but then the fever picks up. Now it's a question of how quick you react. Several staffed medical facilities can nullify it almost completely, but if left unchecked, it spreads like wildfire. How many... So let's think about this a second. Let's take her off the logging camp. Let's take her off the cookhouse. Let's get 2... I suppose we've got 2 days, don't we? Yeah, let's not do that quite yet. Let's get them going. Let's build another medical tent. Which I might build up here, just so they're spaced out a little bit. Makes sense to me. I might put it well, it's a bit close to the well, isn't it, really? You don't really want a tent next to the well, but we've got it now. So let's make that a high priority. A group of survivors arrived at the gate. So we have Wheeler, another specialist. And we have 3 adults and a child. Yes, please. Although you're about to get very sick. So we need to build them some shelter. Toot sweet. So let's build them a shanty. just there. 4 are homeless, and the shanty only holds 3. So let's build another one as well. But do we have enough medical facilities? We can only treat 2 people in these. I might build another one, you know. Of course, we have another... oh, she's good to go as well. I missed that. So we'll send her there to get those other research points. You... doesn't look very nice up there, but go scout out this area. Oh, yeah, I don't think we want to go there, do we? Got that little danger icon next to it. There are hazards there. That'll do for now, though. Do I want another medical facility? Probably do. I'm thinking like at least 3, right? And maybe we'll put this one... we'll put this one here. Or here? Oh, I can't fit it in there. Maybe I'll put it there. Yeah, let's put it there. Okay. And we shall make that a high priority as well. There is not enough something. There's not enough wood. So let's get the sawmill fully staffed. We're good for food. We're good for water. Everything else is fine. It is just the sawmill. Our food production is 23 and our consumption is 13, so we're good there. Right, let's speed everything up a little bit. We've completed another medical tent. We shall take them off of there for now. We have insufficient materials, but it shouldn't be long. I'm leaving these not staffed because I want them to go out and actually collect... oh, hang on. Is that because... yeah. Right, let's move this to actually where there's some wood, shall we? Over there, perhaps. And the food one? No, the food one is still okay. Okay. So I really want that done before the pandemic hits. Otherwise, we're in trouble. And our 2 little shanties are done as well. Lovely. Specialist ready for action. Who have we got? Both of them, I guess, right? A non-dangerous research facility. She's got a bunch of stuff on her, so let's send her back home. I'm figuring in the early stages, you want them to come back pretty quickly. In the latter stages, that's when you're going to want to leave them on bigger runs, right? So we've got 4 carriers left. The second day before the contagion hits is about to start. And we've completed the other medical tent, which is really what I wanted to see. We'll leave that unstaffed for the moment. But obviously we will staff it very, very soon. So it still says there's another day. Does that mean that's going to arrive on day 10, perhaps, then? Ah, we could do with moving that work area a little bit, couldn't we? Colonist Stella is infected. So now we have to enact... I'll just do that one for now, actually. Let's not get crazy. We're doing okay for woods. Let's take a person out of there. 1 person in the cookhouse, 1 person in there, 1 person in the logging camp, 2 people in that medical tent, 1 person there, 1 person there, 1 person there, and 1 person there. So there are some things we can take people off of if we need to. Oops. What have we got here? Pandemic coming soon, deposit depleted. That is the food one. There's still another one to go, though. And we have specialists ready for action. So let's send her back home. I'm assuming she's now dropped off all of her stuff. It's sort of hard to tell. She can go scouting over there, where she has found something I don't want to deal with, pretty much. Because her attack is 1 and her defense is 0. So she's going to get hoofed if she tries that. He is going to go over here. Let's close that for the moment. So Stella, is it? Stella is being treated, which is exactly what we wanted to see. Actually shows there being an occupant now. I wonder if that's the workers and that's... No, because if you click on it, it shows you Stella, doesn't it? So Stella has been healed. Beautifully healed straight away. So we'll take the doctors off. I have 16 people and only 6 spaces I can heal people. I don't know if that's sensible or not. The berries are depleted. I immediately hit the panicked and hit the space bar to pause the game, but needn't have worried. We'll send them over there then. No pandemic quite yet. You go get some more of that. You go and scout this area. And what have we got down here? Oh, did you not have enough to scout? Okay. We should do that next time. Everything's just sort of ticking along right now, isn't it? Happiness is still not great, but I think it's better than it was. Only just, but... I mean, they have everything they need now, don't they? They've got a cookhouse, which is producing proper meals. Stop. Right. The stockpile is full. Which stockpile is full? It must mean that one, but it's not. But we will build another one. So the pandemic is here. The first signs of a pandemic are upon us. Comes in waves infecting colonists, and treated ones will eventually die. So let's fully stock up. Our medical tents. Let's take people off of... We don't need the sawmill going. Where's that gone? Where has the sawmill gone? That's the login camp. There it is. We don't need him, so we'll take him off there. I mean, that'll do for now. We've got nobody doing any actual carrying, though, do we? So let's take the recycler and the scrapper off for the moment. And we'll leave the cookhouse and the login house, because I think that's probably more important during the pandemic, isn't it? Oh yes, we needed to build another stockpile, didn't we? Let's just pause it while I think about this. Raw materials and construction resources. It is the only thing that can do that. So let's build another stockpile. We should put it up here, I'm thinking. Oh, you think wrong, my friend. Right, let's put it up there in that corner. I mean, really, we just need to be actually using stuff, don't we? So it hasn't said at the moment that anybody's actually ill. So I don't know if there's anything currently for us to concern ourselves with. That doesn't actually take any resources. Ethan is now an adult. That's good. That's another person to help staff up. So that's given us 3 carriers for the moment. And that was work area still has stuff in, doesn't it? Not much, but a little bit. And then this one is a bit further out, so it can handle the things which are up this end of the map, using the proper Queen's English. Right, so let's move this work area. Can't quite get all 3, so we'll just put it there. It says the contagion is spreading, but I've not... Ah, there we go. 2 people... Oh, hello. Didn't mean to do that. You go and get more research. Please and thank you. You found... Oh, you haven't scouted it yet. Scout, and then you'll be done, won't you? You found something we can do nothing with. Perfect. So we have 2 infected colonists, but they are both being treated at the moment. We have a wandering merchant. Hello. A big van, obviously brimming with miscellaneous items and goods, waits you at the gate. A man with a questionable taste in clothing shouts, "Oi, heard you might be willing to partake on a bit of bartering. See anything you fancy?" Because obviously, he's a cockney. We have lots of wood. I'll have more medicine. Yes, please. That's quite a timely offer, actually. Does he go at some point? There he goes. Are they both being treated? And they're both children as well. Children are obviously more likely to get injured or ill than adults, I suppose. So only 2 people are ill. I think I've gone a little bit overboard with medical facilities at the moment. What is all of this that's just... Is that the contagion that's just everywhere? We now have 3 infected colonists. We have a depleted thing, but there's another one there, so that's fine. It's still going on. I'm really liking this music, I've just realised. I haven't really noticed it up till this point, but I'm really liking it. So are both of the infected in this tent still? No, where's the other one? We don't know. No, I think that... Are they all healed? I think everyone might be healed. Nope, 2 more are infected. And they have gone to that tent right at the back. But everybody is being healed fairly quickly, aren't they? There's some more research for you to get there. I don't want you doing that, so go and scout this area. I might leave... Oh no, I suppose he can go look up there, can't he? And she can take this corner. Oh, it does carry on down there. And it does carry on right up there as well. Okay. It's quite a large map then. What just happened? Some planks got... So let's move this work area up here. No, it's sort of next to that one, but... I suppose we could do that. Let's do that. The food area still has berries there. And obviously this has, yeah, plenty of storage there as well. Cool. Speed up. We have 2 infected colonists, 1 in each tent this time, which I think is probably a... Is it better? They might get healed quicker, but... It's probably not best for the colony, is it? 2 more infections. We are up to 3. We're immediately down to 2. So our medicines are starting to tick down, but we did get that lovely little surplus from that lovely little man with the van. So I wonder how fast this contagion spreads. How long it lasts, I suppose, is what I'm saying. Because right now we're healing them about as fast as they can... as fast as they're getting ill. And I should also probably think about wrapping this up soon. Shouldn't I? You don't need to return research points, do you? No, it just works. Okay. So you go there. You're going to scout that out. You are going to go up here. Bandits. Press here to learn more. You've encountered bandits that have taken over a location. Specialists must defeat them. Attack bandits by selecting a specialist and hovering over the bandit. Yes, yes, yes. All obvious, obvious, obvious. Defeating enemies with a high defense with a poor fighter can take a long time. Specialists take a lot of punishment, though. That's a bit more interesting. So that's attack 9, defense 3, attack 9, defense 2. So I wonder if specialists are essentially invulnerable. Maybe we'll send Wheeler, when he's done, over towards this guy. If we have time to do that, of course. Just to see what happens if we pit him against him. A bandit's at the gate and he's acting a bit odd. A man approaches the gate with a hefty backpack, bursting out the seams with blueprints, measuring sticks and other items. He has all the usual bandit's trappings, but is acting in a very unbandit-like fashion. Oi, oi, might I address whoever is in charge? A master builder is here and you better listen. Again, very cockney. He's building a monument of sorts and needs construction materials, so how about we trade? So we can get 2 parts for 6 wood. Let's get something more exciting to trade. Oh. I thought it might just be some special, like, more special equipment. We could have done with that research. We do have more research points. We have lots of research points to spend, actually. I mean, I might not worry about it too much now. I don't think we're really going to use it like that, are we? Educating at schools? That's interesting. Maybe we'll get the school research. General storage. Stores all resources that can be stored in a food storage or warehouse. It doesn't really help us out with our... When there's a trade center. Maybe we'll research the trade center as well. I've completely... Oh, it's a school, one of them, wasn't it? Let's slow everything down a little bit. Oh, I think the pandemic has just passed. So we have a trade center. Oh, the school is under the health and safety, I suppose, makes sense. So we have a large school. Let's build that a little bit out of the way. We can't squeeze it in there. Can't put it there. Oh, where are we going to put our school? Maybe over here? Yes. I'll put a road around it. And then we needed to build... What was the other thing we got? I did just see a trade center, which we'll put, I guess, right next to the gate, yeah? Where else would you want your trade center if not next to the gate? But the pandemic has passed, so I think, actually, that might be a sensible time for us to stop them. So we've survived... What are we up to? I don't know if you could just zoom out like that. That's, again, sort of very Frostpunk, isn't it? We're up to day 11, pretty much. Survived the pandemic. I think we've got quite a nice little start for a colony. It's maybe a little cramped, but I think it's doing okay. The only thing we could do is we could actually take off some of these medical staff, because they are definitely unnecessary. And start getting people working on these things again. Like that. Perfect. All right then. Well, I think I'm going to leave that there. I think that's been over an hour I've been recording, isn't it? It might be a bit long, but there we go. So I probably won't come back to this in the near future unless you guys really want me to, of course, in which case let me know down in the comments. But I will definitely come back to it as the game progresses and releases some new updates down the line. I really enjoyed that, actually. I wasn't sure, because obviously it's very different to Surviving Mars. It's much more personable, because you're dealing at a much smaller scale than you are with Surviving Mars. But yes, a lot of fun, actually. Really intrigued to see where it goes. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, do click the like button. It's always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, as I said, questions and comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I see them, which is a little slow at the moment, but I will get round to them, don't worry. Don't forget I stream on Wednesdays and I'd love to see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you maybe next time in Surviving the Aftermath, or maybe sometime else in some other magical adventure. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.